Hi, I'm Brenda, aka Khumphet. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a holiday gift guide. And just a bit of a disclaimer out there. These are gifts that I've either given in the past, gifts that I personally would think are actually good gifts to give. But this is just my ideas of what a good gift would be. So from the gift guides I've seen in the past, I noticed that they tend to break it down by for her, for him, and unisex. I originally was gonna do my gift guide like that until I started thinking about the different gifts that I've given or the different gifts that I was thinking about giving, and I would always be like, why can't a guy use this? Or why can't a girl use this? So I actually decided to break it down by different categories of people I have in my life. I think that these categories tend to be a lot of people that you guys have in your life as well. They're very general, they're not that many categories, so I hope that this gift guide is helpful to someone. And considering that they are categories, some of the people in your life might be more on the extreme side, so they might already have these gifts, but if they don't, it'll give you kind of a framework of what you can possibly get them. Let's get started. So the first category I have is your beauty guru person, and that's for anybody who enjoys makeup or skincare. I don't have any skincare recommendations because I think it is a sensitive thing where sometimes you never know what's going to work with their skin, but I do have a few makeup suggestions to give. My first tip would definitely be avoid your base products such as foundations, concealers, and face powders, because one, I feel like you may get that person's color wrong, and that has happened to me in the past. The fix was easy, I went to go just exchange it. But also too, these products, I feel like if they're a beauty guru person, they probably are really willing to get those things themselves. I'm willing to buy my own foundation, I'm willing to buy my own concealer because I know I'm gonna use them anyway. But if you think that they are gonna enjoy their foundation and you know their color, you know their favorite brand, then go right ahead, don't make me stop you. But that was just my suggestion. So my first suggestion would be the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, and that is on more the expensive side, but if you are willing to splurge, I know that they still have this on their website. It was considered limited edition, but I know they're still selling it on their website. It's on that rose gold hue, but I think it's the perfect palette, especially if they're starting out, because it has so many colors. It's not overwhelming that there's so many colors because they're all very neutral, and I think it's a really nice palette. My palette is very dirty, so I apologize, but I think it's a really nice palette to have. It's white, so it will get dirty pretty fast, but I think it's a good addition to someone's collection. The second eyeshadow palette I have is from Lorac again. It's the Lorac Pro Palette 1. So it's a smaller palette. It's slightly cheaper than that Mega Pro palette, and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna think that why it doesn't seem like it's useful. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of useful colors in there, but I personally think that it's actually a really nice palette to be in someone's collection. I really enjoyed it when I had it. I unfortunately had to give it up because I had an eye infection during that time. It was not caused by the palette, but they always suggest that you toss all of your eye products, so that was one of them that I had to toss. I've never repurchased since then. It was actually a gift from my boyfriend, but I am willing to repurchase in the future. The third and last product I suggest is sadly another eyeshadow palette, but it is a kit, and it is the Weylie x Pixi collaboration, and you can find that at your local Target stores or on the Pixi website. I will be posting all of these suggestions that I can find online in the description box, so you should be able to find it there as well. But also this is a kit. I have the eyeshadow palette. I end up leaving the eyeliner slash kohl eyeliner for my mom back home. I used it for a while, so I know that the felt tip liner is really great. The kohl liner works well for most people that I know. It works for me better than other brands, but it's still not something I would use, but it's definitely one of the best ones I've tried. And I've left that with my mom, so I don't have it with me, but the eyeshadow palette I still have. It's really nice. It's perfect for travel size. You'll find something in there that you're always going to use. My favorite color is that light pink shimmery color, and that kit itself is relatively, I think, a good price, and it's pretty accessible. My second category of friends or person is the environmentalist, and I get really excited about this one because if you watched my college tips video, you will know that I was an environmental earth science major, and I tried to be as good as an environmentalist as I can be, but unfortunately that didn't work out that way. But hopefully these 3 gifts will help your friend get there or keep that sustainability going. So the first gift I would suggest is a hydro flask. Your friend may or may not have that already, but I think it's a really good investment into a water bottle. My boyfriend has one. I gifted him one for his, I believe it was his birthday. And he uses it all the time. He thinks he likes drinking out of a water bottle. He's not an environmentalist himself, but I personally think it's a really good water bottle to give. If you think it is too expensive, there is a dupe version, I would say, that I have, and it's called Glacier Point. You can find it on Amazon for a bit of a cheaper price, actually a lot for the 32-ounce bottle. I don't think they have anything smaller, but I personally think it's a really good bottle. I think it works just as well as my boyfriend's Hydro Flask. It's just a matter of the quality of the print that's on the bottle. Mine's starting to fade, his is still there. So a Hydro Flask would be, I think, would be a good gift. The second gift I would consider giving the environmentalist is a reusable coffee mug if they drink coffee or tea. It's really used for anything else, especially if you're going to like Starbucks or Pete's or somewhere and you can use that reusable cup. I collect them like crazy, which you would think if that's good or not for the environment, but I love having reusable cups. One of my favorite ones is called Proof. You can get it off of Target's website. I don't know how often they restock that cup because every time I check it's either out of stock or they have a couple of colors left. And the last that I checked, which was yesterday, they did have a few cups left. I really like the cup, it's really cute. You'll read comments saying that it's not that spill proof. I don't consider any of my cups spill proof, even if they say they are. I don't like my cups tipping over. I think it's a really cute cup. It's only $15 roughly, and it does. The third gift for the environmentalist, and this one's gonna be kind of a funny one, but I really enjoy having it. I use it whenever I remember to bring it, and that are reusable vegetable / fruit mesh bags. So you know how when you go to the grocery store and you have to use those plastic bags to bag your groceries? Well, you don't have to, but most people choose to do that. Me, I don't. I bought these reusable mesh bags to bag my fruit and vegetables. If I tend to forget them, I just try not to use those plastic bags. I just kind of just put it on the cart because I'm going to be washing the vegetables when I get home anyway. But I think if you can, you should use these because they're really helpful, and you can get them for pretty cheap. I believe I got my set of 9 for $10 on Amazon. I'll try to see if I can find that same one and link that below for you guys. So now that we've touched on the environmentalist friend, now we're gonna go into the techie / gamer. My boyfriend actually falls into this category a little bit, but he's actually not a hardcore computer person, nor is he a hardcore gamer person, so it's kind of funny. The items I have in this category tend to fall on the more pricier side because they are something I've gifted my boyfriend or I've considered gifting him. You can definitely find cheaper stuff, but this is what I think he would enjoy and what he would use. So this is just my suggestions. You don't have to go with them, but if it gives you kind of a framework, then hopefully they're helpful. So the first one would be a mechanical keyboard / a gaming keyboard. I actually gifted that for my boyfriend for his birthday, a mechanical keyboard. It's not a gaming one. He games on his computer. that's his main source of gaming, but I personally just didn't think he needed a gaming keyboard. He's not into it that much. I got him a mechanical one, and they have the mechanical keys at, I think it's like the highest tier. If you are into gaming or computers, you might know what I'm talking about. It's just the noise of the clack sound for the keys. I'll put a clip in right now. So yes, if you get annoyed at that, then don't consider getting him the highest tier. I think it's really nice to listen to. He thinks it's really nice to listen to. So I got him that. The reason why I also got him a keyboard was because he has considered building his own computer before. He hasn't started on it yet, but if he ever does in the future, he has a keyboard for his computer. And then the second thing, I don't have a lot on this list, I apologize, but the second thing I've considered giving my boyfriend, because he is that tech/gamer person I'm modeling this off of, is a computer monitor, which you're like, yikes, both of these sound so expensive. The mechanical keyboard wasn't that bad in pricing that I found it on Amazon, but the computer monitor was something that is on the pricier side. I did not gift him that. I've considered it before, and I still consider it in future gift giving occasions, but I still haven't done it yet. He already has a monitor. He does like dual screen, so he likes having two screens. Right now his second one is his laptop that he connects to it, but I have told him before that I've considered giving him a second monitor, but it just hasn't gotten there yet. I don't really have one to suggest because I know that there's one that I really want to get him that is on the pricier side, but I know you can get something for cheaper so long as the person isn't picky about quality. Obviously get one that's pretty good quality, but you don't have to spend an exorbitant amount on a computer monitor. And I would hope that the person ends up appreciating it no matter what. My second to last category is the bookworm. I kind of fall into this category because I love reading books. I just don't ever find the time to read them. So I kind of have an idea for this person. It's not specific. It's not a specific book or anything, but I did this for one of my friends in the past while I was in college, and I think it's a really good idea. And I gifted her 3 books. It was, I believe this is the categories I used because it's been a while. I gifted her the book that she loved, the book she needs to read, and the book I suggested. And I remember 2 out of the 3 books was like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and then one was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't remember which category which fell into, and I believe I gifted her 1984. I think that's a really cute idea, even though I did it, but I think it's a cute idea to give that to someone who really likes reading. She really enjoyed the gift, and you don't have to get a brand new gift. I purchased all those books in a used bookstore. If you would like a suggestion for a website, may I suggest thriftbooks.com. I really like them. I've used them in the past and they tend to come out pretty cheap. I recently purchased 3 books for around $11, so you also should check out that website as well. I'll link that one in below. And then the second thing I would suggest for the bookworm, it's one of my favorite series. If you're into like the fictional mafia, also it actually kind of has something to do with like the Korean pop world, but not really. It's called the Welcome to the Underworld series. You can purchase them on Amazon. One of my favorite book series was suggested by a friend. Funny enough, it started off as a fanfic on Simpy.com, but it's actually really good, so please don't think it's just a fanfic book, and it's actually a really good story. So if you want, you should consider maybe reading synopsis, and if your person would enjoy this type of book, consider that series as well. This last category is probably my least helpful category, but I figured I'd just throw it out there just in case, and that is the fashionista. And I actually just have websites to suggest if your friend is into the more luxury / name brand places, and that would be Nordstrom Rack and Halt Look. This may be common sense for some people, but I've actually met a lot of people in my life who actually never heard of Halt Look at least, and they have a lot of name brand stuff on sale, and sometimes the sale is not so great, and then sometimes they're actually really good. So I would suggest those two websites for your fashionista friend. And then the second website I would suggest is Meijuri. I've been really liking their jewelry recently. I've considered purchasing things for myself there, and if you think that there's anybody who would like any of their styles, they're more dainty, they're more cutesy, they're not a lot of statement pieces, and I'm not really into that. I prefer the more dainty pieces. Check out their website as well. I've heard many great things. I've heard that they're really great quality, and I also have a friend who has a link for that website. If you like, you can use that link down in the description box, or you can just type in Meijuri on Google and you'll find it there. Alright, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that was helpful in some way, whether it was giving you an idea of what to gift someone, or maybe one of these items you are like, maybe I should get that for someone. Like I said, I will link everything that I can find online in the description box below. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and like it if you did as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.